Okay, people, so Killer's Game. This is the new film from J.J. Perry. It was written by Rand Ravich and James Coyne. I mean, and a host of other people, really, but you know what I mean? It's one of them ones, people. It's produced by Kai Jam, Andrew Lazar, and Steve Richards. It is executive produced by Thane Watkins, Blair Wald, Peter E. Strauss, Christopher Milburn, Jonathan Mesner, Scott Lambert, Adam Goodman, Adam Fields, right? Anders Erden, Howard Ellis, Gego Balika, Dean Allett, and Dave Bautista. It is co-produced by Peter Hampton, Vanessa Humphrey, Jake Katowski, Antonio Mansilla, Norman Merry, and Rodrigo Ruiz Tarazona. Associate produced by Lizzie Ewin. Raouk Banos handled the music. Flavio Martinez Labino took care of cinematography. Simon Smith is on editing duties. Elaine Granger handled all the casting. Matt Gant is production design. Art direction, we have Nina Toop, Zoltan Sadi, and Daniel Borkosk. Megan Bozow and Gabor Toff, a set decoration. David Wolf was costume design. All right. And our cast. Right. Joe Flood is played by Dave Bautista. His handler, Zivi Rabinowitz, is played by Ben Kingsley. Zizzy's wife, Sharon, is played by Alex Kingston. Alex Kingston is great. We have then got Maisie Arnaud, played by Sofia Boutella. Who else? Her friend is played by Odette Elise Negezi. All right. We have Dr. Keegan, played by Raffaello De Gratolo. There is Vasily Petrov, played by Dmitry Kalzavov. His date, played by Mia Ruba Mkis. We've got Amy, played by Antonia Displat. There is oh gosh, how do you pronounce that? Marianne Antoinette, played by Pom Clemteef, who then hires a host of people. There's Lovedal Gazvich, played by Terry Crews. We've got Angus Mackenzie, played by Scott Adkins. His brother, Rory Mackenzie, played by Drew McIntyre. There's Ginny, played by Lucy Cork. And her partner in crime, Tonya, played by Shaina West. There's Emilio El Botas, played by Marko Zaror. Oh yeah, there's Mariana's cousin who partners up with Lovedale, called Money, who is played by George Sommer. We have, who else do we have? Goyang, played by Lee Hoon, and his compatriots, played by Jeongyeon So, Hyunjeong Han, Seonggu Cho, Lee Chul-woo. We've got Max, who is Antoinette's bodyguard, played by Daniel Bernhardt. Lucia, played by Cristina Galeria Gonzalez. I think that's our main lot of people, really. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a load of different, gangsters and everything like that. People trying to kill. Oh, Father O'Brien, played by Dylan Moran. Yeah. So the gist of the story, right? We follow a veteran assassin, Joe Flood, who is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness and authorizes a kill on himself to avoid the pain that is destined to follow. After ordering the kill, he finds out that he was misdiagnosed and must then fend off the array of former colleagues trying to kill him. So, right, this film, it's based on a book, right? The book came out in, I feel it was 95, right? I think it was 95. It's called The Killer's Game by Jay Bonansinga, right? Actually, the book might have come out slightly earlier than that. But yeah, it's based on this book. And it's been optioned for a film since the 90s, essentially. Right? So it's gone through an array of different rewrites. All of this, different people involved. Jason Statham was on board at one point to play Joe Flood, which, I mean, when you watch it, you'd be like, of course he was, right? Of course he was, right? It's one of them ones. Ice Cube was actually involved in this film. He was replaced by Terry Crews, and I wonder, because I remember Cube talking about him wanting to do a movie, but they wanted him to sign a thing to get the COVID jab, right? And he wasn't, he'd had the antibodies, so didn't want to get the jab. So yeah, he lost the role. And I wonder if this might have been it. I wonder if that might have been that film. Anyway, the film itself, when you go through so many rewrites and everything like that, it doesn't always bode well. And I think that may have been the issue with this, because it is very all over the place, right? Also, when you look at the actors involved, we have a great selection of actors, right? It's mad talent here. We have seen them give tremendous performances. I mean, Bautista, he is really good in June, right? He's so fucking good in June. You know what I mean? And I think we've seen him do really well. Like he was good as Drax, right, in the Guardian films. You know, he's he was in fucking Blade Runner, right? The last Blade Runner film. You know, Glass Onion, he was funny. It's very funny in Glass Onion. So I think we've seen his talent rise. We've seen him, you know, get better as an actor. A bit like John Cena. You know what I mean? But you kind of feel there are certain roles, right? There are certain roles that people can do. And then there's things that you're just like, I don't think they're suited for that. And I didn't think he was, you know, because that was the problem with Army of the Dead. You know, there was meant to be these sensitive kind of scenes and everything, and it just didn't quite work. And in this one, he's meant to be a kind of although he's an assassin, right? He's kind of meant to have this sensitive side, right? And especially when he's with Maisie, but it doesn't really work, right? The sensitive is just him talking in a real kind of quiet, yeah, hi, I love you. You know what I mean? Just talking quiet. That's not sensitive. That's just talking quiet, my friend, right? So that you don't really buy that relationship at all. You know, and also we don't get a time frame. They do this kind of montage of them, you know, on different dates and things like that, but there's no time frame here. You know what I mean? So how long you been dating, right? Anyway, that situation doesn't really work. There's some horrible dialogue. Right? There's a bit when Ginny and oh my god, why has my mind gone friggin' bonkers now? Fuck, it's Ginny and what the Tonya. Yes, nicknamed Party Girls, right? They're because we get this introduction to a lot of the hit people, and the intros aren't the best, right? It's a bit like in Justice League when Batman sits down with Wonder Woman and they go through and you see Aquaman, you see the Flash, right? And we see all the other members, and that was clunky. These are clunky, right? But Ginny and Tonya, they you know, after killing everyone at this nightclub, strip bar. Are they called? It's called a strip bar with the strippers and the pole dancing and all of that. Yeah. Anyway, they're at one of them. They've killed everyone, and they're like, "Yeah, let's go. The party's dead," and it's just so wooden. Oh, it's so wooden, right? And it's not even done in a way like some of those, you know, 80s films, early 90s films. You know, when you think of Commando, right? Schwarzenegger's holding the dude over the gorge. He's like, I thought you were gonna kill me last. I lied. Right? It was just the way that was, and it worked. This does not. This was just oi. Oi. And there's a lot of that, right? The interaction with the priest is clunky and horrible. There's just a lot of these scenes. Him talking to Maisie in the car. Just a whole bit of, you know, Marianne's cousin Money. right? Just that whole money character is just horrible. I imagine they, writing it, they're thinking, oh, this will be great comic relief. It wasn't. It was bad. It's real bad. Like, we got mad explosions and everything like that, which are fine, which can be fun. The problem is, we've got like things blowing up and people close to those explosions not being hurt, right? Terry Crews gets run over at one point and he's fine. There's a lot of that. And so it's a bit dumb. It's meant to be about hitmen, right? And you just think, ugh, it's enjoyable, right? It's just, yeah, it's kind of flat. It's kind of flat, which is a shame, right? It's a real shame, really. That our cast just cannot carry this film, like carry this concept. Like, when you think about all the great films about hitmen, obviously there's Leon, but in recent years, I think just last year, we had The Killer from Finch, and then we had Hitman from Linklater. Was that Linklater? I think that was Linklater, wasn't it? But both of those were great, right? I mean, we've had some bad ones, and some mediocre ones like Wolf, The Order, Jackpot, right? All of those. Like, I remember reading about this film and I was thinking it could be something like Boy Kills World, right? I thought it was going to be this bonkers kind of, something like that. And if not, maybe play like some of those straight to video Scott Adkins films, But yeah, it's not even up to that standard, which is a shame, right? I think if you like stuff like, God, there was that Dolph Lundgren film. I think it was Best Man, Yeah, if you like that, you could like this. If you liked, oh gosh, there was a film about, what was it called now? Oh man, we just watched so many fucking films and so many bad ones. Unfortunately. Like, there's Assassin's Game, I think, which this is very similar to, So I think if you like those films, I feel Killer's Game would work for you. Just the Kong v Godzilla, right? New Empire. If you liked that kind of thing, if you liked Agents, right? Or Fault Line, Thou Shalt Kill, any of those joints, if those worked for you, if you thought this is fun, then I think Killer's Game will be up your street, okay? So it's available on Prime Video. People, enjoy.